So in this episode of DermBiz, we're going to be answering a question that we received from one of our viewers. They said, I've been really enjoying listening to your podcast. Would love an episode about how you selected your EMR system and pluses and minuses of EZDerm. They asked, and we're going to deliver. So first, we learned about EZDerm through the Derm Facebook startup group. And during that time, EZDerm was kind of newer. This was 2018, and it was a lot of conversation and chatter on the group about EZDerm. And just based upon the feedback that we got from people who have been using it, we thought we would give it a try. And so that was literally how we got started with EZDerm. It wasn't some well thought out decision where we were, balancing or cross comparing all of these different EHR systems. We kind of picked one and went with it. And I personally believe that if you're in the position right now where you're looking to start an EHR, let's be honest. The EHR, the EMR that you use is not going to determine how successful you are at your private practice. You want to pick something that you feel comfortable with, pick something that is at a price point that you feel comfortable with, and overall pick something that does what you need it to do. Now, the cool thing about EZDerm is because it's designed for dermatologists, you can be certain that it's going to do what you need it to do. If EZDerm can't do it for you as a private practice dermatology office, then no other EMR can do it because EZDerm was started by a dermatologist and created for dermatology. And so to the second part of their question, the pluses and minuses of EZDerm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the minuses because there's less minuses, but there are some minuses. One of the minuses we experienced last year, which was EZDerm's connection to Change Healthcare in its clearinghouse. The reason why we call this a minus is because when the big Change Healthcare hacking happened last year, EZDerm was one of the firms that was hit with this because they were connected to Change Healthcare. It prevented us from being able to bill for the work that we were doing for, a month or two. It felt like 6 or 7 months. That definitely caused a disruption. However, it's difficult to say how much of a negative this is, how much of a minus this is, because Change Healthcare effectively does about 50% from what I heard of all of the clearinghouse work. So it's a very good chance that if you were using a different EMR, that they also got hit with that same issue as well. Another minus, and this is probably my biggest one, is the price. Now, as I've done research on other EMRs out there, there's a variance of price. EZDerm is not the most expensive, but it's not the cheapest either. And it would be great if it was a little bit more cheaper. And the price of EZDerm has crept up over the years, and I foresee it probably continuing to increase. And so I'm not super excited about the pricing of EZDerm. And so if I had to find a minus for EZDerm, it would be the pricing. And that's me kind of really searching for something that I don't like about EZDerm. However, overall, we love working with EZDerm, and we think that they've been a huge help to our private practice. Support for the DermBiz Show comes from EZDerm. If you're a dermatologist or part of a dermatology practice, you know how critical it is to have tools that make your workflow seamless. EZDerm is revolutionizing dermatology with its intuitive EHR solutions, designed specifically to simplify your practice operations and give you more time to focus on patient care. Their system isn't just easy to use, it's built with dermatologists in mind, making it the perfect choice for practices looking to streamline and grow. Want to learn more? Head over to EZDerm.com to see how they can help you elevate your practice to the next level. And here's a little insider tip. Tell them the DermBiz Show sent you. Also, before we jump back in, here's a quick reminder to make sure you're connected with us on all of our other social media platforms. We share other content on those platforms that's going to help you grow and build your private practice. We believe that we need more doctors in leadership positions in private practice ownership, and we believe that our content is going to help you get to where you need to go. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all those platforms. All right, thanks for listening, and another big shout out to EZDerm. Now let's get back to the show. Now let me name the pluses of EZDerm. The number one is customer support. From the day we got started, when they sent somebody out to help us on our first day of operating, you got to picture this. Your first day open, you got so many moving parts going on. You got new employees who've never, worked with you before. You have new patients. We're in a new location. Everything is new, a new EMR. And EZDerm sent out two of their technicians to help us get launched. I'm not sure if they still do this or not, but because they did that, it kind of gave us some peace that first day, where we knew that if anything went wrong technologically from the EMR system, we had somebody on site to help us. And even after they left, we had direct phone numbers, not some 1-800 number. We had direct phone numbers to the people who could help us. And so I believe that it's EZDerm's customer service, is the relationship that I've established with multiple people at EZDerm who can answer my questions, who can help us solve our problems. I believe that's one of their biggest selling points. Of all the vendors we deal with, whether it's the Galderma rep or the reps for the biologics, or the people who are our constant suppliers and vendors, of all of the ones that we deal with, EZDerm is one of the few that I actually feel like is partnered with us. I don't feel like they're always trying to sell us some new thing or promote some new thing or get us to buy more. I actually feel like they're in it with us, and they're trying to make sure that we're as successful as possible in our private practice. And that means a lot when you're in the thick of building a private practice and managing people and battling with insurance and all of the things that you have to do in a private practice. It's good to have someone else that's a part of your team, that you feel like is rooting for you as well. And I get that impression from EZDerm, at least the people that I'm in connection with at EZDerm, that they're in it with us, and they're in it to help us win, not just to sell us more stuff. Another plus on EZDerm is their software. I mean, they're continually making improvements. Since we've been using EZDerm since 2018, that's 7 years now, there has been an update or an improvement literally every 3 to 6 months. New capabilities for the admin team, new capabilities for the nursing team. And I feel like they're continually pushing the envelope to improve and get better. I have no doubt in my mind that they're working right now as we speak on ways to improve their software. And then they created Easy School. That was a step-by-step process that allowed people to be self-taught and learn in their own cracks of time with the videos that were created for that particular issue. So they have a curriculum for front desk people and a curriculum for nurses, and it's been excellent to see them continually update what they do. Or the Easy Link feature now, where we can send text messages to patients, and even on their phone they can fill out their new patient forms, add their medications, upload their driver's license and insurance card, all of these new things. And they're continually coming out with new innovations. I was at the AAD down in Orlando, Florida with them this year, and just even being able to be a fly on the wall on some of the new things that they're working on is super exciting. But all of the new innovations are geared toward helping us run our private practice better. And so that's another huge plus of EZDerm. I mean, and obviously this goes without saying, but one plus of EZDerm is it's derm specific. It's the number one derm specific EMR software out there. And so to know that this software was created by a dermatologist and designed for dermatologists, that it's going to have all of the features. It's going to address all of the concerns that is important for a dermatologist. And last but not least is EZDerm's willingness to receive feedback. I feel like it's not uncommon. I've had a situation where there was a specific report that I wanted ran on EZDerm. And EZDerm just the system didn't have the capability to do that. I reached out to my contact person at EZDerm, who then reached out to the tech department, and they were able to make some changes and fixes, and voila, I was able to now start to run these reports. And so what I like about EZDerm is that it seems as though they're small enough to where those kind of requests can get heard and actually get through what may be a huge bureaucracy at some other EMR company. But what I also like about it is they're big enough and have enough expertise to execute on the things that we suggested. And so these are the pluses and minuses on EZDerm. We're happy with it. We've been using them for 7 years now. And, we hope to use them for another 7 years if they continue to perform as they have been for us. And that's a wrap for this episode of the DermBiz Show. We hope you found today's discussion insightful and packed with value to help you navigate the challenges of running your private practice. We'd love to hear from you. Is there a specific topic you'd like us to cover or a question you want answered? Reach out to us at thedermbiz@gmail.com or drop us a message on social media. Your input helps us tailor the show to what matters most to you and your practice. Speaking of social media, don't forget to follow us on all of our platforms for updates, bonus content, and tips to keep your practice running smoothly. And of course, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Thanks for tuning in today, and we can't wait to have you join us again the next time. Until then, take care, keep thriving, and we'll see you the next time on the DermBiz Show.